Happy Thanksgiving, friends. I feel like this is one of those Roosevelt fireside chats, but some of you may remember this scene. I did a video about 8 months ago at the very beginning of the first COVID lockdown, and a lot of water has gone under the bridge since then. We've experienced that lockdown. We were all quarantined or had to stay at home. Many of us were not working at the time. We did virtual church, virtual Easter. We've also, in that time frame, have gone through some racial unrest. We've experienced a very divisive election. We have endured all kinds of theories about COVID and various things like that. It has been a long, difficult year. Some of us have even experienced this virus firsthand. Some of us have experienced loss as a result of it, have lost loved ones. Some of us have experienced intense loneliness by having to be so careful to stay cloistered or stay at home. And so 2020 has proven to be a difficult year. And I think for us as Christians, lots of times in those struggles, it can be difficult. We feel like, Lord, where are you in the midst of this? And we feel like, I think often our minds quickly turn to, oh, is this the end times? Is this going to be the end of civilization? And I don't know that it is or that it isn't. Scripture tells us that to keep our eyes open, be aware, but nobody knows the time or the moment when that's going to happen. Only the Father. So, what is our response to be in the midst of all of this? And especially coming into Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week, and it's hard to be thankful when we feel like it's been such a difficult year. Well, I've been reading in Hebrews, and I came across this passage, and I found this to be interesting, and I hope that it's encouraging to you as well, especially as we walk through Thanksgiving together. This is from Hebrews 12, and I'm beginning with verse 26. It says, "At that time, his voice shook the earth, but now he has promised, once more I will shake not only the earth, but all of the heavens." He's going to shake everything. The words "once more" indicate the removing of what can be shaken. That is, created things. So what cannot be shaken will remain. It's a little like when you're sifting sand, or when Jackie and I were in Israel, we had a chance to work on an active archaeological dig, and part of that process was shaking so that the larger things would stay, and those things that God is saying cannot be shaken will remain. So here's what cannot be shaken. "Therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us be thankful, and so worship God acceptably with reverence and awe, for our God is a consuming fire." So here's the encouragement for us, I think, during Thanksgiving. Our world is being shaken, right? The things around us are being shaken. And I think what's going to come out for us as believers in Jesus Christ is that we have this kingdom, and it cannot be shaken. We have a kingdom that cannot be impacted by COVID. We have a kingdom that will not know racial tension. We have a kingdom that will not know divisive elections. And we have a kingdom in which we will not experience loss due to this virus. We will not experience loneliness due to this virus. We will not experience limiting the numbers of people at our Thanksgiving table because of this virus. And we will not experience worship while wearing masks. And so, folks, hang in there. This Thanksgiving is different. It is. But I think we still need to have gratitude in our hearts. We still need to be thankful. At the very least, we can be thankful that we are members of a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Now, we don't fully realize that kingdom in our present day, but we will. And that's a promise. We will experience God's kingdom, a kingdom that cannot be shaken. And so, folks, be thankful. Even in the midst of this difficult times, be thankful. Gratitude, much like joy, is a choice. We can choose to complain. We can choose to whine. We can choose to bicker. We can choose to get into politics at the Thanksgiving table. We can choose to espouse grand theories about the government taking over or whatever we want to talk about. We can choose those things. Or we can simply choose to be thankful. One, that you're part of a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Two, that you are drawing breath today, that God has seen fit to give you yet another day. And three, there is so much to be thankful around us, our families, our friends, our church. So, folks, choose thankfulness this week. Choose thankfulness on Thursday, even if your dinner gathering is smaller. For you are part of a kingdom that cannot and will not be shaken. God bless and happy Thanksgiving to you all.